Sometimes I wonder if he really wants to go back. He certainly doesn't act like it. What do you want him to do, ma'am? It's not like he's a military man and can fight his way back into the city. Do you want him to get himself killed? We're hearing that the Nordia province has finally declared its neutrality. Great news, isn't it? It might just be my imagination, but it feels like the gram is a little brighter today, too. Here's hoping that this is just the first of many pieces of good news on the way. Lara's one person. She can't be with all of them. I don't know. I think harem anime and reverse harem anime would beg to differ. This place erupted in cheers when we heard the news of Nordia's neutrality. Sure, the news might not affect us directly, but it's good news, and it's always nice to have some of that. Fair enough, sir. I just need to check and see if there's anyone up here. We do need to be on the lookout for Anton, wherever Anton has gotten himself off to. Oh, I didn't go out the back door, crap. This time period. I think last we saw him, he was trying to get on an airship out of Ruhr. We've been getting thick fog more regularly of late, but that's fairly normal for this time of year, nothing to worry about. The fog's been awfully thick recently. We need to take extra care not to anger the spirits whenever it gets like this. I also need to be on the lookout for those two fish that I'm missing. I have no idea where they could be. Dog. Duke Alberea has some terrifying Jaegers at his beck and call right now. What was their name, though? The Northern Jaegers? I've run into one or two of them on the highway myself. They're not exactly the friendly sort, to say the least. Yeah, in my experience, most Jaegers are not. If I had to describe them, I'd say they're like blades in human form, designed for and capable of only one thing. And it sounds like they're only getting more and more active. That's worrying. Still, if you stay away from Berea hard, you shouldn't have too much to worry about. But if you do, keep an eye out. I do want to go to Berea hard, but I do not think the game would let me. My husband's been helping out around town with the general work lately. His cheese making is finished for the time being, and he says he's bored without anything else to keep him busy. It's also very like him. He's the type of man who always needs some kind of work to keep his hands busy. My husband is the kind of man who loves to be busy with work, and he hates it when he has nothing to do. I've even seen him start big house cleaning efforts when he's run out of stuff to do. I mean, hey, live your life. I, too, hate boredom. Hello, sir. Oh, if it isn't Lady Lara, is there something I can help you with? As a matter of fact, yes. Green told him about Kleist & Co.'s commerce and network. Well now, that is interesting. It certainly makes sense for us merchants to come together in times like these. Does that mean that you're willing to join the network? Gladly. May I see the contract? Watteau read over the contract and happily signed it. Thank you very much. We appreciate your cooperation. Oh, think nothing of it. I could never turn down a personal request from you, Lady Lara. Well, I wish you the best of luck in whatever you're off to do next. That takes care of both contracts. We better get these back to Hugo in Ruhr, where I'm going to need to talk to all of Ruhr all over again for like the 5th time. Delightful. Rumors about Heimdall's situation have just started to reach us, and some have been startling, to say the least. I hear the Alliance's Supreme Commander is enjoying a life of luxury. Even now, yeah, he's on a stolen airship, that piece of trash. You're rich. You don't need to steal airships. Buy one. They say he regularly throws parties for influential nobles on his airship. It's not his, as his countrymen die on the battlefield below. What in the world is he thinking? It's such a disgrace that Erebonia's highest-ranking noble holds parties as his countrymen die in the flames of war. What does he even hope to accomplish with this war of his? Okay, we have a fairy charm. Have that, and I have that. Okay, so we don't need those. Goodbye, good sir. Hello, other good sir. I sent Chloe out to take a rest. She's a good kid, but boy, is she inflexible. She just doesn't understand that we can't run this place the same in times of war as we can during times of peace. She's been overworking herself to make this place run as smoothly as it normally would. She needs to accept the situation for what it is, or she's gonna end up hurting herself. My daughter's a great kid, but I wish she'd learn to be a little more flexible and try to take it easy once in a while. How could I not worry about her? There's no sign this war is going to end. She'll end up hurting herself at this rate. By working at the same pace she did before the war? I don't understand. If it was fine for her to work at that pace during times of peace, why can she not work at that pace during times of war? I mean, if she was capable of it before, surely she's capable of it now. I just don't understand. Neither do you. Yeah, I don't know what that guy is on about. Also, I'm almost out of coffee. Sad. All right, we have the chapel to go to. Man, she's really gonna hurt herself overworking when there's not even any work to be had. I don't know that encouraging your child to be lazy is the right choice. There's still a lot more for me to learn, but I feel as though I'm finally getting the hang of my work at the inn. Nico seems to love playing with the children around here too. At first, I lamented being driven from my home, but looking at things now, I feel rather blessed indeed. So I'm here to thank Adios for all she's done for me. I saw Julian and Carno out playing with Nico earlier too. It's so nice to live in a town where children can play outside without fear. Hi. If I take my eyes off him, he'll find some excuse to skip mass, and I refuse to let that happen. Oh, right. This is the lazy, priest guy. I know he can be a good priest when he really tries, but if he's not going to do so on his own, I'll make him try. These are difficult times for all of us, so we need to give them our all. Being a sister doesn't make me exempt. And right now, the way I can best contribute to society is by forcing Father Hamilcar to hold a proper mass. You do that. Nordia's out of the war, and there's not a whole lot happening here in Kreutzen either. I think we might have ourselves a stalemate right now. Normally, I'd be happy that there's not much happening, but I've got a bad feeling about all of this. Don't say that to me. I'm already worried I'm going to have to fight Aurelia and that Nord guy, and I really don't want to. But everyone keeps talking about them, so I kind of feel like that's next on the docket. But it could just be my imagination. You never know. One thing that isn't my imagination, though, is Thermos's death glare aimed right at me. Glare. Man, what's gotten into her? How am I supposed to concentrate on all my priestly duties when with her eyes boring holes in me. Maybe if you focused on your priestly duties, she wouldn't bore holes into you. I don't know. Things to consider. We have not seen the children. Is this group the children? It is. What are they doing? Commander, repairs to the bench are complete, sir. Sir. Excellent work, men. Wait, the heck is this? You couldn't have done a worse job if you tried. You're supposed to hammer the nails straight in, not at whatever angle feels right at the time. Ugh, picky, picky. How dare you expect this bench to be functional? Well, at least it's fixed. But who cares? I just wish Julian would hurry up and make up with his dad. He keeps glaring at us whenever we're with him, too. It's kind of scary, to be honest. We were walking around, on patrol when we found a broken bench. Then we fixed it. Aren't we good? We're not planning on telling Dad about the junior Eisenbitter's work. He wouldn't understand how great what we're doing is. Anyway, heroes are always misunderstood in their time, right? I guess. Whatever you say, Julian. Alright, I think we are almost done speaking to people in the Gram. And then we can go back to Ruhr. Even with the dissipation of the fog, the trains are still as unreliable as ever. I used to use the fog as a scapegoat for their lateness, but now it's safe to assume the provincial army's to blame. They're probably rerouting trains away from here as some kind of punishment for not fighting by their side. How childish. I'm pretty sure the trains were bad even in Bereahard, so I think that's just a Erebonia-wide problem right now. Not specific to your area. With how few trains travel to and from the Gram station, we're practically isolated. I can't imagine that anyone trying to travel right now is having a particularly enjoyable time. Are you talking about Anton? He's definitely not having an enjoyable time. Oh, you're alone in here. Okay. Where is the butler guy? Is he up here then? Hi. So the Nordia province has pledged to stay out of the war now. Does that mean they're now neutral? Then what am I supposed to do now? I can't get my head around all this political stuff. What am I supposed to do now? The same thing you were doing before? What does one region becoming neutral have to do with your specific actions? It's not like you're the heir to Ruhr. That's Angie's job. Now that one of the four great houses has withdrawn from the war, the situation has begun changing for the better. That said, the Alberea family has been more brazenly trying to make things difficult for us of late. Duke Alberea seems to be panicking about something. About what? I'm afraid I haven't the slightest clue. He panics about everything. Relations with Bereahard are gradually becoming more and more strained. I feel we should wait to see how things develop before deciding on a course of action, however. I would love to go beat up Bereahard for you. I would love to do that. There are people there that I need to bring home. One of the Arsaid's family's ancestors served as second in command to the Eisenritter. It's said that he was granted the title of Viscount after the war ended for how well he fought during it. That was at the same time Saint Sandlot died under mysterious circumstances, ending her family line. As a result, the Arsaid family came to rule over Legram in her place, or, you know, so the story goes. Suffice to say, the War of the Lions is a major part of the Arsaid family's history. I'm still interested in if the Lance Maiden or whatever, if it's the same woman and she's like immortal, or if it's passed down to her descendants, which would mean she would somehow still have to have descendants. The other day, I was caring for the flower beds when a group of children from the town came to help. Oh, it really was sweet of them. Apparently, they've been going around and secretly helping people where they can. I haven't a clue what's inspired them, but it's still enough to bring a smile to your face. Those children seem to be so proud of the way they're helping everyone around here. They may still be young, but it's plain to see they're people of the gram. Is that everyone? Yes, it is. Oh, we also have to remember that Fiona is now at that one base. So we're definitely going to need to go there to speak to Fiona. So many people to speak to. Okay, let's... I have spoken to everyone, right? Someday we'll learn more about Arianrod. I hope so. She's definitely one of the people I am most curious about. While we're here, let's go to...
Where do you want to go?
Here, just to see if, what's her face is here. I don't see her. She's not on the map. Now that I can teleport to every shrine, hold on. We've already been near, not a just party. I don't need to just my party. We've checked out the Ignis shrine, well, the outside of it, and we've checked out this shrine, so let's just look at the other two. Assuming she's not inside. I don't think she can go inside. I'm gonna hope
Where do you want to go?
she can't go inside, at least. What's this one? Terra Shrine? Sure.
Full speed ahead!
Aha! Hey. I can feel the spirit's power coursing up through these ruins alongside the pulsations of an ancient spiritual ore. Needless to say, tremendous power lies within, which is precisely why I will be leaving all future investigation to you and your friends. Tread lightly. I never expected to find something so incredible out here of all places. My intrigue only takes me so far, however. Best of luck with your investigation. Join me, dang it! Earl! Why are you like this? She just wants me to suffer. Let's go back to the Courageous. She's too excited to join us, but I'm too excited for her to join us. I need it to happen. I guess last time I was given Margarita, so I can't expect the game to give me all of my favorite people back to back to back. And we got Dorothy, so you know.
Where do you want to go?
It's fine, I guess. I want to go to Ruhr.
Leave it to me!
Let's hand in this quest to Hugo, talk to the people of Ruhr. I didn't mean to open that. Okay. I've done the thing. Oh, you're back. I take it you were able to get some fresh ink on those contracts then? Sure did, here you go. Reen returned the Commerce Network contract to Hugo. These are perfect. Thanks for taking care of that for me. Now we've got all the main commercial firms in Eastern Erebonia in our network. But with things as they are, the West will have to wait. In good time, though, we should be able to bring them on board, too. Well, at least we're done. Well, now that we've got that taken care of, what do you say? Will you come with us aboard the Courageous? I will. I've already made everyone at the company aware of my travel itinerary, so I can leave whenever you're ready. One thing, though. Could you give me a hand with something, Reen? I'd like to open a shop on board, you see. There's just one thing I need to do while we're at it. Stop giving me tasks, Hugo, and just get on the ship. Sure, that's fine. Reen returned to the Courageous with Hugo, and after parting ways with everyone else, the two of them set to getting his shop prepped and ready. What are you even going to be selling? There we go. That should do it. How did we hang these paintings on metal walls? It's not like we could nail anything into them. I guess we're using those like sticky hanging things. I made sure to bring only the best of the best from our company. It's a pretty fine selection, no? All that's left now is to use it all to aid you. Thanks. We really appreciate it. Here, Hugo. Magnetic paintings. There you go. That's what it is. Oh, hey, Becky. Don't you hey, Becky me with that cool attitude of yours, wee man. First you decide to roll in out of nowhere, then you get the bright idea to set up shop right bleeding next to me? What's the issue? This is just about the only spot worth setting up shop in. I figured even you would realize that. Ugh, wee band doesn't even realize how worried I was. Setting that aside, what's the deal with this wee network you're cobbling together all under the rug like? No one at the Grand Market got told, trying to cut us out of the picture, eh? Huh? Didn't you tell us that Legram and Ymir were the only places left? Sorry, I kept you in the dark on purpose. Not for any pernicious reason, I assure you. Mostly so I could do this. Hugo handed a Commerce Network contract to Becky. What's this now? I figured it'd be easiest to hand it to you in person since I knew you were already aboard the Courageous. And now that I'm here, we've got the network's Kleist and Co. and Celtic representatives working closely together. Aw, that's so cute. We should be able to handle things far more efficiently this way. I see you had this all planned out. Typical Hugo. Cute. After listening to both of them bicker back and forth for a while, Reen made his way back into town, and Hugo was welcomed aboard the Courageous.